the one I feel bad for in all this is Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
He's in his prime, can't get fights. He's basically like Michael Chandler, Connor, waited for the red panty night. Now it's not happening. So we'll find out what the UFC thinks of Tom based off his next matchup. Now, you look at the roster currently, you're like, all right, you have Almeida, you have Cyril Gane. No one's watching those. Tom's not making any money. He starches both of those guys. No one gives a fuck. It doesn't move Tom. Excuse me. Doesn't move Tom in the conversation the greatest of all time. That does nothing for him. The division's so fucking weak. So what's our options to make sure Tom gets paid and the fan base gets on Tom's side? Alex Pereira, this is what I do. I do Alex Pereira. He's available right now. He's walking around about 242. We can make that happen. There's no stardom lost if Alex loses that fight. He fought Goliath. He lost. It's all good. It's all good. So we do the Alex fight and we announce it soon. And that's how we should pay Tom back. And then after that, we figure out the best heavyweight on the planet. For most people that walked away, the champion is Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Who's with PFL, sinking ship. There's nobody for him to fight. Dana has his issues with him, but this isn't 2010, so Dana back then could hold a grudge and be like, fuck that guy, I'm not signing him. I don't like the way his eyebrows look. Yeah. And they'd be like, okay, you're the boss. But now he has business partners, he has shareholders, TKO. They're going to be like, hold up, we don't give a fuck how you feel about Francis.
Yeah.
He was regarded as the best. Tom needs a big fight. They can't find him any fights. They're sinking ship. Let's sign Francis. So it's going to go, if they care about Tom, it should go Alex, Francis, huge too.
Give me that fight.
Dude, take my fucking money.
Yeah.
And then those would come, maybe fights twice a year. And by the beginning of next year, the wagon's going to circle around. John's going to figure out all this fucking criminal charges stuff. That's going to be a thing in the past. He's going to slap on the wrist, probably some community service.
How old is John?
38.
38, yeah. Let me double check.
Okay.
38.
Yeah.
So John will be available, and then you have your final boss in John Jones.
Yeah.
And then let's say Tom does what I think you'd be favorite in all three of those fights. Let's say Tom passes all those tests. There's your greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And that's how you pay it forward to Tom, because you fucked the guy over.
Yeah. And also, your best case scenario as a promoter is to have Tom Aspinall considered a massive superstar, respected in the GOAT conversation because he's young, dude. Like, you can ride that train forever. Once you had Anderson Silva, it was like Anderson Silva's fighting, and it was like, who's he fighting? It's like this guy for the third time.
No one gives
still sells, dude.
Still sells.
But Tom has to have some guys that he dirt naps that people know, because that's a problem. It's like, dude, you look at that top 10. It's like Volkov. So Cyril Gane, go Volkov, Pavlovich, Curtis Blades. He hasn't fought Cyril Gane, but I know he knocked out Pavlovich in the first. I know he knocked out Curtis Blades in the first. He's basically beat the majority of these guys in the first round. There's just nothing there.
And what's sad about the heavyweight division, the status of it right now, it's the weakest it's ever been. It's never been worse.
Yeah.
And that's UFC's to blame on that a little bit. Tom was just born in the wrong fucking generation for heavyweights, so it's not his fault. But the UFC can do something to incentivize the fans and Tom to get him to fight and fight big names, because they're there. Because those, you look at fucking 1 through 15. If you go back 10 years ago, none of those guys are ranked in the top 10. None of those guys are ranked.
I would have to think about that particular statement.
Tom would be. Tom would be. Curtis probably with his wrestling pedigree. Maybe
Cyril, depends. Like top 10. He's probably in the top 10.
I don't know, bud.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at him, boy, you're talking about fucking murderers row.
Yeah. It is a bad time at heavyweight for sure.
It's just bad. It's just bad.
They should just go buy Francis's contract from PFL, because they don't want to pay him that $8 million. They owe him $8 million next time he fights.
They don't have it.
They don't have, and they don't they know when they had him fight the first time, there's still that there's hope that, maybe we've got this maybe we'll be able to sell some pay-per-views. We don't have anybody for him to fight, but maybe, if he puts on a good show, they sold nothing. And they got no one for him to fight now. And you actually had a half decent opponent for him last time, because that dude was 9 feet tall.
Yeah, and you're like, maybe he
starched
can beat
everybody.
him. Yeah,
maybe
huge.
that guy's dangerous.
Nothing.
And he just ran him over.
And let's say PFL's like, no, look, we're going to ride the Francis train. All right, then you have him fight another no-namer, and you're going to lose your ass again. So it's just a matter of time. Yeah. So UFC can figure that out. That's available. Contract. It's not going to be fast. That's why you fight Alex. But on the back end, even with the Alex fight, you're getting those negotiations with Francis going.
Yeah.
And for Francis, What else you gonna do? Boxing, all right, you did it there. You made all the money. Good for you. I fully agree. You should have left and done the Tyson fight and the fucking Anthony Joshua's fight. Even if you lost, you made more generational wealth, made all the sense in the world. MMA, where are you gonna go, Francis?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? PFL is a sinking ship. They might have another year they're on life support.
Yeah.
What else you gonna do, Francis?
Yeah.
So it's good for the UFC. It's good for fucking Francis. It makes all the sense. Why not figure that out?
Yeah, for sure.
If we're saying it, if you and me are saying it, trust me, the UFC team is way smarter than us. There's no way they're like, that's a good idea, Brendan. And Jesse.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully somebody is fucking like, all right, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Let me figure this out with Francis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though Dana's all butthurt, hey, buddy, you know this is good for the business. You know this is good.
And
you're going to make more money than God. Let's figure this out.
And Francis has made $42 million since his last UFC fight.
Yeah,
okay. 10, he made 10 for the Tyson Fury fight, 20 for the Anthony Joshua fight. He signed a 2-fight, $20 million deal with PFL with a $4 million advance plus the $8 million. He's at 42 so far since leaving UFC. Like, come on, dude. He obviously made a good decision that you can't question.
100%.
Make up, dude.
100%. But and if he wants to fight in MMA, there's nowhere else to go.
Yeah,
literally, it's just the state of the game.
I mean, he can retire.
He could retire. His
But
options are retire or come to the UFC and test your hand against Tom Aspinall, which is a great fucking fight, dude.
And then somewhere in there, John Jones afterwards, probably.
The final boss.
Yeah.
The final boss is waiting for it then. They'll figure that out. Hopefully they figure that out. Again, if you wake up fucking next week and Dana's like, whatever he does, it's fuck it Friday. It's Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane. You know they don't give a flying fuck about Tom. If they go, it's fuck it Friday. It's Tom Aspinall versus fucking Almeida. You know they don't give a fuck about Tom, which they should. They owe it to Tom.
Has Tom beat Volkov?
Yes, they fought.
How long ago?
Right?
Yeah, they did. Hold on.
Yeah, they fought.
That's the only one that I was looking at. I'm like, I mean, that's fun. But like, I don't remember, like for some reason, I don't remember.
It sells 17 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And you and I are one of them.
Yeah. So that was
March 2022.
2022. And he won by
Straight armbar.
Straight armbar in the first. I mean, look, dude, look at that. First. It's unbelievable. He destroyed every single fighter in the first, except for Andrei Arlovsky, whose entire fight from at that point was survive.
Yes.
Like just survive.
Yeah.
And he survived one and then
And that's the thing we don't know about Tom. We don't know how, and it's not Tom's fault. It's just the state of the heavyweight division. We don't know how Tom's going to react if he fought a John Jones and in the first 3 rounds, he's down and John's dragging him in deep waters and he's fighting in the 4th and 5th and he's worried about the takedown. We don't know how his cardio is.
Yeah.
We really don't know much about the guy. We know he's super well-rounded, probably the most athletic heavyweight outside Cyril Gane, but he's the most complete heavyweight we've seen in a long fucking time. We know that. We also know he does have a little bit of defensive issues. You know, while he's swinging, he leads with his chin. If Francis hits that, if Alex hits that, it could be lights out.
Yeah.
So we know that, but we don't. I assume he's going to be the best. I really don't fucking know though.
Yeah. It's crazy if him and Francis fought and you took their records and put them side by side and just went like, Francis beat 4 top 6 heavyweights in a combined 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And then you're like, yeah. And Tom, his last 3 won against top 6 heavyweights in a combined 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
Correct, dude.
It's so bananas.
It's wild.